Now, if I may, let's jump into this. Trump did a little digital assets asshat summit. You're watching House Sparks Mega Worldwide, by the way. Like, subscribe, give a thumbs up, support the show. This is it was a little. This is President Trump delivers remarks at White House Digital Asshat Summit. So all the asshats are there, which is good. You know, I'm glad they all got them in one room. And Besant is the guy sitting on his right. David Sachs is over here. No relation to Jeffrey, I don't think, who is the guy who's shitting all over Ukraine everywhere, and everybody thinks it's the same guy. It's not. Lutnick Chuckle Nuts is over on this. Is over to the that side of Besant. Well, you'll see. What? Check this out. So this is remarks on. And by the way, after Trump issued his executive order on cryptocurrency, crypto shit the bed for a bunch of reasons. One is they thought, and this is kind of important to know going into this, is that he created this crypto fund, right? This Bitcoin vault that they're going to, America's going to have a certain amount of this Bitcoin, and we're going to keep it, and we're going to, establish a nest egg of digital currencies. What he didn't tell everybody at the time, and what's in the executive order, is that that money, that Bitcoin already exists. The government, everybody in the Bitcoin world thought the government's going to start buying Bitcoin, which is going to drive the price up. But that's not what they're doing. We have the United States taxpayer, through seizure of civil assets from drug dealers and human traffickers, which is the primary audience of Bitcoin, seized about $16 billion worth of Bitcoin, and it's in an account already. Now, what's the huge difference between the existence of that Bitcoin and this account that he's doing? A name. They didn't buy more Bitcoin, which is what everybody was counting on to drive the price up. It actually just said, we're just going to put all this in an account we label as the Bitcoin reserve. But that doesn't mean we're going to fill that reserve or feel a responsibility to manage that reserve. You start to understand how they were hoping that the taxpayer was going to artificially prop up Bitcoin instead of, I mean, you might as well just say we have a fucking Maserati reserve as well from all the Maseratis they've seized from drug dealers. Also, there's a lot of North Korean shit when he's just wandering around. Oh, and he's got a chair shover now. Check this guy out. This guy comes over to push Trump's stool in.
Well, thank you very much, everyone. Great honor to have you. I know you've all been working very hard and very successfully.
These are all rich people, so that's what success means.
And it's a wonderful place, the White House. I want to begin. Is Johnny here from World Cup? I want to thank you for the selection.
Yeah, Johnny World Cup is here. He's no relation to Johnny Wishbone, but from the island of St. Croix, if I'm not mistaken.
Just had a presentation in the Oval Office, and I thought this was such a beautiful. This is the trophy. This is a big deal. The World Cup is the biggest sporting event, and Johnny.
No, it really isn't. The World Cup is I mean, it's big, but simmer.
Infantino is my friend for a long time, and during my first term, we worked out a deal to get the World Cup, and then because of lots of interesting things that happened, I ended up being president when it showed up. I was always disappointed. I wasn't going to make it. I was going to serve 8 straight. Instead, we did it the hard way, but maybe the more important way. So I will be with you as president, Johnny. So maybe you could just say a few words and show how beautiful the World Cup trophy is.
Yeah. They're starting the meeting with show and tell.
Thank you. Yeah, sure, please. Yeah.
The famous key.
That's a great key.
You want to open it, President? Or shall
Well, you go ahead. I trust you.
So this is the new trophy of a new competition. It's called the FIFA.
Yes, it was designed by the Mayans, and if you arrange it in just the right way, you'll bring about the end of the world, and it opens a portal to 2012, and the only survivor is John Cusack.
World Cup, the 32 best clubs in the world with the absolutely best players in the world. And for the first time in history, this competition takes place.
So, sorry, I might be a little behind on this. Are you telling me that the championship has the best players involved? That's how they work. Thanks. I just need to clear that up.
United States opening game on the 14th of June.
Right.
Obviously in Miami.
Oh, the 14th of June. Yeah, you know, a bunch of you are like, oh, I need something to do on that day so that I don't make Trump feel like he's accomplished something. Nerd Halen is performing in Las Vegas at Station Casino on June 14th. I'm just saying, just weird that would come up.
On the 13th of July this year in New York, New Jersey. But it's not that. It's really special because it is a key and because, as you can see, if I manage to do that, yes, it's a bit tricky.
Maybe just have a soccer player come out and kick it, and it just automatically falls into. All right.
It's not. So this is a trophy. It is a trophy which
And if you fold it up and flatten it, it can go in most overhead storage bins.
represents, and that's why I think it's interesting to show this trophy.
It's like this design is based on what we like to call it the atomic soccer ball.
In this form, because it represents the past, but it's also projected to the future. There is no.
That's right. So it shows the past, like the Mayan calendar, when you know the Mayans, of course, blessed this earth with the slaughter of 50,000 people every time they opened a new temple, and they had dozens. You know, this cut their hearts out and their heads off and their tongues out, and sometimes had sex with the corpses, you know, that kind of thing or whatever. That's kind of the past that it represents. And in the future, nuclear Armageddon, because it looks like a split atom. So we try to go to the Armageddon from the rooter to the tutor. That's the way.
Sports trophy, which looks like that. It has engraved the history of the game, soccer or football as we call it.
Soccer, it's soccer. It's soccer. We have a football here. It's soccer.
Participating teams are the first.
Although I think football is a better name for it because you can only use your feet. Whereas football, only one guy uses. Don't get me started.
Edition, the stadiums, beautiful stadiums in 11 cities in the United States.
The beautiful stadiums, which are a wonderful environment for the fans of football to kick the living shit out of anybody wearing the wrong color shirt, you know.
Where this competition will take place. So at the same
Trade me right fucking now and hang up.
time, past,
Slap shot. It's the hockey, but it still works.
present, and projected to the future. And if I may, President, say another 2 words, and then I let you work. I would like to congratulate the President and the administration for not only for the World Cup, the Club World Cup, the World Cup, and the great work done, but also for this initiative that you are speaking about here. If I may add something in this respect, I'm not an expert at all, but FIFA, as you know, is a brand which is globally known, a very strong brand.
Sure.
The soccer economy in the world is worth around 270 billion a year. 70% of that, Mr. President,
Totally.
is in Europe. So imagine the potential that there is around the world only in soccer if we develop it. And so FIFA is very, very interested under my presidency to develop the FIFA coin.
Bored already.
To do it from here, from America, and to conquer the 5 billion soccer fans in the world. So if there is anyone here who is interested to team up with FIFA, here we are together with the United States of America, and we will conquer the world of soccer with the FIFA coin.
That's the important thing. Never stop closing.
Thank you.
Never always be closing. Whatever.
That's right. That coin may be worth more than FIFA in the end. It could be quite a coin, actually. Huh? Anyway, thank you, Johnny. Great job.
So, sorry. Did he mention a fucking Bitcoin while I was making fart jokes with this dipshit?
5 billion soccer fans in the world. So if there is anyone here who is interested to team up with FIFA, here we are together with the United States of America, and we will conquer the world of soccer with the FIFA coin. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That coin.
Oh, the FIFA coin. Yeah, it's a meme coin. Also, real quick, the FIFA coin, any of the money that would be made from it would go into FIFA's coffers. So if you add that money to what FIFA makes, then, all right.
That's right. That coin may be worth more than FIFA in the end. It could be quite a coin, actually. Huh?
No. If FIFA has $100 and FIFA sells a meme coin that costs them nothing, that makes them $1,000, FIFA's now worth $1,100. They're not worth $100 still. It's their coin, dummy. Also, meme coins aren't worth shit.
Anyway, thank you, Johnny. Great job. I just thought you should see this trophy because it's really, it's the biggest sporting event in the world, and we have it here. And we appreciate being selected. Thank you very much, John. You do a fantastic job. And welcome to the first ever White House Digital Assets Summit.
Yes, we're surrounded by all of our favorite digital asshats.
I know that many of you have been fighting for years for this, and it's an honor to be with you at the White House. I want to thank the White House AI and crypto czar David Sachs, Treasury Secretary. This is David right here, in case you don't know. You know David. And a man who's doing a great job.
There's a sign in front of him.
Secretary of Treasury, Scott Bessent, who's right here. Scott, thank you very much.
Okay, 2 for 2. He's got the guys on his left and his right figured out.
Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick.
Who is that way.
Wherever you may be, Howard. Hi, Howard. He's doing some interesting work right now with all that's going on. He's right in the middle of it and doing a great job.
Yeah, that builds confidence, wouldn't you say? If your boss talked about you that way, he's in the middle of it. It's a great job what he's doing with whatever's happening around him, which is a lot, but I don't understand it.
Thank you. SBA Administrator Kelly Loeffler. And hi, Kel.
Kelly, who's her?
SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce. Thank you, Hester. Acting CFTC Chairman Caroline Pham. House Majority Whip Tom Emmer. Hello, Tom. Representative Brian Stile. Thank you. Brian, thank you very much.
All right, get on with it.
As you know, promised to make America the Bitcoin superpower of the world and the crypto capital of.
Okay, the Bitcoin superpower of the world. Okay, decentralization is key to Bitcoin. If any country is the superpower of it, then it ceases to have any worth. It might as well just be yet another dollar. If one country can kind of seize control over it to the point where they have so much of it, they can manipulate the price. That's what would make them a superpower. Then what the fuck is the point of having Bitcoin? They could fuck with you all they wanted. If China became the Bitcoin superpower, it would undermine the purpose of Bitcoin. Ultimately, if it becomes a world currency, what they hope it will.
Planet, and we're taking historic action to deliver on that promise, as you know, around the table. Yesterday, I signed an executive order officially creating our strategic Bitcoin reserve.
The strategic Bitcoin reserve. Will the United States be buying Bitcoin and putting into that strategic reserve? No. It is strictly a housing vehicle for any Bitcoin we seize from criminals, who are the only people who use it, so whatever.
And this will be a virtual Fort Knox for digital gold to be housed.
Sorry. Yeah, that's, yeah, a virtual Fort Knox for digital gold. Yeah. You think gold would have its worth if everybody was like, it's virtual gold. You could print it out on a printer and look at it.
Within the United States Treasury. That's a big thing, Scott.
No, it's not.
The federal government is already among the largest holders of Bitcoin, as you know. Really one of the largest holders in the world, with as many as 200,000 Bitcoin obtained via civil law and various other forms of law, and including enforcement actions. These existing holdings will form the foundation of the new
Yeah, that's where they got it for. They seized them from criminals.
reserve. Unfortunately, in recent years, the U.S. government has foolishly sold tens of thousands of additional Bitcoin that were worth billions and billions of dollars had they not sold them, but they did sell them, mostly during the Biden administration. And not a good thing to have done. From this day on, America will follow.
Also, they sold them at a high of about 100,000. Just saying. They peaked out. And it's, well, let's see. Let me look at, hold on. Bitcoin market, let's see. Crypto world, it's a song that was singing. Come on, slap happy. Bitcoin falls even after Trump officially establishes U.S. Bitcoin reserve. Who could have seen that coming? Let's see. This is yeah, crypto. How about this? Al Jazeera. Bitcoin plunges as Trump's strategic reserve fails to impress markets. This is so good. I'm glad he had all these guys around the table to give him advice, because it can be, I guess, a complicated thing. Let's see. There you go. Bloomberg. How about this? Trump's Bitcoin reserve disappoints market, weighs on crypto. I don't know what market you want. I mean, this. I know what you're thinking. Hal, this has a real Trump stakes kind of a smell to it. And you're like, yeah, you'd be right.
The rule that every Bitcoin knows very well: never sell your Bitcoin. That's a little phrase that they have. I don't know if that's right or not. Who the hell knows, right?
Right. And also, the never sell your Bitcoin thing started when it wasn't worth anything. And that didn't turn out to be the case. A lot of people ate shit. If you bought when it was higher, yeah, you might want to sell it when it starts to take a shit, because it may never recover because it's not a thing.
Who knows? Who knows? But so far, it's been right. And well, let's keep it that way. The Treasury and Commerce departments will also explore new pathways to accumulate additional Bitcoin holdings for the reserve, provided it's done at no cost to the taxpayers. We don't want any cost to the taxpayers.
That's right. We don't want to. Yeah, we don't want to charge we don't want to buy any Bitcoin with taxpayer money. So I guess we'll just have to seize Bitcoin from private holders. So you guys, all you guys sitting around here, yeah, you better not fuck around. You're going to find out, because there's literally a mandate for the U.S. government to not buy Bitcoin. If we want any more, we got to get it from you dumbasses. So,
in addition, my order directs federal agencies to conduct an inventory of all crypto assets currently held by the U.S. government and determine.
Yeah, they're being watched at a warehouse by top men. Top men.
How they can be transferred easily to the Treasury. Non-Bitcoin digital assets will be held in a new U.S. digital asset stockpile where they will be managed properly. My administration also is working to end the
You'll be managed properly, meaning never sold. Pretty easy management, I think. What do you just sit on it and hope it goes up? And if it cadavers, then you can't sell it. You just watch it go down and you go, well, I'm glad we spent all that time holding vaporware.
bureaucracy's war on crypto, which was really going on pretty wildly during Biden until the election came about. About 5 months before the election, he became a big fan because he heard how many people were in favor of it and how many people love it and respect it.
Love it and respect it?
But I guess it didn't work out too well for him. People understood what was going on. And
did they? What? You know what? They probably did. But you could. How about you tell us? Why don't you tell us what's going on with Bitcoin? We'll wait. Explain it to us. Come on. Just to break it down. Tell us what a non-fungible token is and you know, the purpose of Bitcoin in the first place and what the trade point will be on it and how people even store it or keep it themselves, what the wallet system is like and how the FBI basically has a backdoor to all of them right now. And then say that in front of all the guys there that are like shitting the bed right now because they're watching Bitcoin go down because nobody's impressed with your attempt to salvage it.
Pave the way for groundbreaking innovations in institutional finance. Under the Bitcoin administration, regulators
the Bitcoin administration?
Strong-arm banks. I mean, they really did. They strong-arm banks into...
Sorry, the Bitcoin administration? I think he means Biden. They start with a B and an I? Sure.
Closing the accounts of crypto businesses and entrepreneurs, effectively blocking some money transfers to and from exchanges, and they weaponize government against the entire industry. But I know that feeling also. Maybe better than you do.
By the way, he took a it seems that he took a huge dose of Adderall or Ritalin before he came out there because he's salivating. If you listen to his mouth, he's getting all slurpy again. That happens when he's super gacked up. And I think the worry about this meeting being kind of technical and him not understanding any of this shit made him hit an extra hard rail.
All of that will soon be over, and we are ending Operation Choke Point 2.0.
Is that their nickname for this shit? Operation Choke Point? Hold on. Initiative of Justice beginning in 2013, which investigated banks in the United States. I see. Yeah, here you go. Choke Point 2.0 was carried out by the presidential regulators to target and debank the digital asset ecosystem, according to the House Republicans. Was carried out by the president's regulators to target and debank. The FDIC used offline conversation threats of formal supervisory actions to pressure banks to deny service to digital asset firms, their employees, and even their customers. This is a serious abuse of regulatory. Department of Justice bank regulators. The first Operation Choke Point targeted gun manufacturers, payday loan. Okay, so people who are gun runners and fucking human traffickers and drug dealers that use Bitcoin to trade around, banks were like able to kick them to the curb. And Trump's ending that. So we can get back to human trafficking the way Epstein would have wanted it.
Yeah, some people really suffered. It was ridiculous what they were doing, but in the end...
Yeah, what were they what were they doing? I mean, they really suffered. You must know. What were they doing?
They came around, but they came around for the wrong reasons. They came around only because they wanted votes, and they saw that tens of millions of people were against them because of what they were doing. I also want to express my strong support for the efforts of lawmakers in Congress as they work on bills to provide regulatory certainty for dollar-backed stablecoins and...
Oh, dollar-backed stablecoins. The enemy of Bitcoin.
Digital assets market. They're working very hard on that. This is a tremendous opportunity for economic growth and innovation in our financial sector, and will...
by the way, he's hoping that dollar-backed stable coins, or that things that are pegged to the worth of the dollar as far as their function, will work as like a sub-currency that you don't accumulate debt on, that like there can be kind of a black market economy that bubbles up into the regular economy occasionally and gives it a boost whenever you want, by you loosen the regulations on what qualifies as gun running and human trafficking and drug dealing, and you let that money transfer over, and it kind of is allowed in the bank. So you remove the regulations on digital asset companies, which are Bitcoin and other meme coin and traffic coins, which is really what they are. You remove those issues, then banks can hold on to the cash equivalent or gold or any other resources that are transferred or changed into that, so that you can do the back and forth, and that artificially will boost the market and hopefully patch a hole in the budget that he's currently fucking up.
Really go a long way. I think is
It won't work. Just saying.
going to be a tremendous. We feel like pioneers in a way of tremendous.
Yeah, you look like a pioneer with your. I mean, it does look like a raccoon on your head. So
Method of growth, and things are very much tied, and we want to keep it that way. The U.S. dollar, long into the future, we're going to keep it that way.
wait, you think they're tied as in even, or not as in tied to, as in the value just sticks with whatever the value? Oh God.
I hope lawmakers will send that legislation to my desk before August recess if they can. And they're very much working with you, and you know a lot of them, and a lot of them were committed right from the very beginning. So I just want to congratulate you all for being at the White House today, and a man who knows more about Bitcoin and AI and just about everything else than anybody, David Sachs. And I'd like to have you say a few words, David.
Yes, David Sachs, if you could speak to us all, tell us a little something, David Sachs.
Thank you, Mr. President. We're all here today because of your leadership, your vision, and your generosity, and I really...
And if the sun didn't shine out of your ass, I wouldn't be as tan as I am now, sir. Thank you so much for the spray farts. That nothing makes me feel better than being downwind from you, sir. The only thing I think yeah, that's beautiful. The only thing I think, Mr. President, when I'm sitting next to you is I just wish my nostrils were bigger. Because I love you.
I want to thank you for that. We're also here because of your desire to make America great and to introduce a golden age in America, including for digital assets. And we're here because of your love of innovators.
Virtual golden age. Just for the record, it's just considered virtually. It's an AR golden age. Yeah. It's a golden age if you're wearing a VR headset.
Or as you might say, high IQ people.
Yeah,
we know you love high IQ people. And we have about 30 of them here in the room today. These are the top people in the digital asset industry. And one other thing that I think that you love is legal fairness. This is an industry that was subjected to prosecution and persecution for the last 4 years. Horrible lawfare, and nobody knows what that feels like better than you do. So we really.
Yeah, people kind of do. I would argue that Mark Fogel, did you have a chance to talk to him? He was in a Russian jail for a few years for a little bit of weed that would be legal in the United States. Also, you do realize that having regulatory standards is the only thing that's keeping digital assets afloat. And if you just turn it into the Wild West, it's fucking over.
Appreciate the fact that you understand legal fairness and that you're always willing to fight for the right thing, for legal fairness. You never back down. You stand defiant, even in the face of an assassin's bullet.
Jesus Christ. Get on with it.
It's an inspiration to everyone in this room, I think. So it's an honor.
Thank you. Thank you. I said I wouldn't do this meeting unless I had at least 4 totally spontaneous rounds of applause.
Thank you.
So I just want to say it's an honor to work for you. It's an honor to work for a president who works every day to get so much done on behalf of the American people. Your administration is moving at tech speed. It's really amazing. It's actually faster than any startup that I've been part of. Is that your administration moves even.
Well, most startups don't have the backing of the U.S. government entirely and the taxpayers' money.
faster. So I just want to say thank you for having me be a part of it. I've enjoyed every minute of it. I love working for you, and thank you again for this opportunity.
Thank you, David.
What the fuck? I thought that was the preamble to him actually saying something. That's all. That's all it is. He just kisses his ass.
Much appreciate it.
Besant, pucker up, buddy.
And now I just want to pass the ball to Secretary Besant.
Scott?
David, so
Hip, hop, taka, ta, ha, pa, ta, ha, ho. I want to say hello.
today, when President Trump has signed the executive order to establish the strategic Bitcoin reserve and stockpile, we're going to position the United States as a leader among nations in the digital asset strategy. It's
Very exciting. Great reading. I think it's very important to have your hands on either side of the paper so you don't start automatically reading off other people's stuff, because you might see Trump's note like, what the fuck is a Bitcoin? And that might throw you.
important for the United States to recognize this fact and get ahead of the other nations in the digital age. We applaud the President's direction to use the digital assets already in possession of the nation, and we are going to establish this Bitcoin reserve. We will use this authority to augment the asset side of the United States balance sheet. As I've said many times, President Trump is creating assets for the American people, while most past presidents have created debt, and a large part of this asset program can be in digital assets.
Yeah, fake ones. What hey, what better asshats than ones that you can just make up? What a great idea, Besant. Oh my God, you could give a tax cut because we have assets. That would be a liability, your tax cut. But we're gonna have assets to cover that liability. And where are you gonna get them? Oh, we're gonna seize them from people, and if they even exist at all.
We are going to end the regulatory weaponization against digital assets. The Biden administration's actions did nothing other than punish innovators, and that all of you have made it here.
Sorry, Sam Bankman-Fried was an innovator? Oh, maybe, you know what? Maybe he was. Maybe he was, I always thought we had the Madoffs and the Enrons of the world, but maybe he found a new way to be a scheming criminal fuck and rip people off.
Today is really a testament to your fortitude. Much of
God,
Treasury's
what kind of North Korean horse shit is this? Get on with it.
responsibility in this order relates to the tax code and determinations around risk weightings. And I'm here to assure you that we are going to work with the controller of the currency, the IRS, and we're going to rescind and amend all applicable previous guidance. And we are going to put a lot of thought into the stablecoin regime. And as President Trump has directed,
What's a stable coin? Is that, you keep them in it? Does it have a horsey on it?
we are going to keep the
Why are you staring at his penis? Donald Trump, why are you looking at Besant's penis? Take your eyes off of his penis. What is...
U.S. the dominant reserve currency in the world, and we will use stable coins to do that. Thank you.
Now I'm going to explain what a stable coin is to everyone. Now you guys get ready. The biggest suck up is best for last.
Technology is at the foundation of the Trump presidency. He understands technology.
He totally does. You know what? You're right, Howard. Let him tell everybody about it. Let him. I don't even know why you guys need these crypto guys. He knows. Trump, it's almost embarrassing. Like, why you don't? It's like you're mocking him to his face. He knows. He understands what crypto is. You don't have to bring these guys and pretend they know more than he does. It's insulting.
Embraces technology, and he's going to use technology to drive America forward.
Yes, like clean coal.
The blockchain
Fine anthracite from the coal mines of West Virginia.
and Bitcoin technology are a key part of that thinking and embracing that and here.
Real quick, what's Bitcoin technology? Honestly, I mean, there are crypto mines, you know, machines that mine crypto, both Bitcoin, you know, and Ethereum and other ones. But what technology are you talking about? Because it sounds like crypto technology is your way of saying asset hiding for criminals. That's what you mean. Ways to take your money and hide it in crypto in a way that Interpol and the FBI and CIA can't find, you know, if you're engaging in the sale of human beings.
Today shows how much a leader the Trump administration and our president is. He understands it. He embraces it. As you said, you're a pioneer in this place, and this is where we're going. We're using the blockchain. We're using Bitcoin.
He knows that. You know, Howard, you don't have to tell. He knows what those words mean and how to use them. Look, Mr. President, please tell everybody about the blockchain. Well, some of the toilets in the buildings on my block, instead of a handle,
use digital assets to pound forward, and Donald Trump is leading the way. Can't be more proud of you today.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Howard. Kelly, go ahead, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. This is truly a historic day.
Jesus Christ, this is fucking embarrassing. Do they ever get to actually talking about these issues?
As a crypto founder, I couldn't be more proud to be part of your administration. You're moving at the speed of tech for sure. And
it's on his paper, so Howard loves it.
I will just say it's a great day to have the war on not just crypto, but the war on innovation done. And under your administration, we are truly...
Yes, finally, the war on innovation is over, so we can drop all this wind and solar and thorium and hydroelectric stuff and go back to like the true power of the future, clean coal and coal firing crypto mining plants.
Into the golden age. And I'll just say, as the administrator of the SBA, small business is a tremendous network that crypto can be deployed against. And so the SBA is
against
open to crypto. So I look forward to working with all.
Yes, as a special tool for attacking small businesses in the country.
The leaders in this room to advance your efforts here. Thank you.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you very much. Tom, please.
Well, Mr. President, I want to say thank you. I want to thank you for the amazing...
What the fuck? Again, does anybody remember any Biden roundtable or gathering that sounded anything like this North Korean like evening news hour bullshit?
Team that you put together. I want to thank you for David. I mean, this kind of a meeting, no one in this room could have envisioned this just a couple years ago. You are the one that...
Well, that's because nobody in that room knew what Bitcoin was a couple of years ago.
...has the vision. You're the one that said, we are going to do 21st century...
Yeah, that's because Don Jr. in between rails of Coke said, we got to do Bitcoin, Dad.
...finance right here in the United States of America. I've been doing this for 9 years. It is amazing how far we've come, and that's a credit to you, Mr. President, and your leadership, and God bless you for doing this, because it's going to make a huge difference with everything else you're doing. And by the way, Americans love it. They're going crazy. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, this is it's just awesome. I know the market took a giant shit after you launched this, and people in the market called it a pig in lipstick. But, you know, that's just their way of showing how excited they are, Mr. President, because very few people were like, this is magic. Just a fancy title for Bitcoin holdings that already existed. You don't say. God damn, this is embarrassing.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Everybody else?
Really?
Go ahead, please.
Does anyone want to say a couple of words?
Anybody want to kiss his ass just for safety's sake?
Cameron or Tyler, do you want to?
You're very shy in front
Actually,
of the camera.
Cameron, I think you said something earlier that I thought was really profound. You said that a year ago you thought it would be more likely that you'd end up in jail than at the White House. Do you not to put?
So you share a lot with Trump, actually. You think maybe that's because you should?
On the spot, because you didn't do anything wrong, but that was the environment a year ago. But you guys.
You didn't do. He wasn't caught. I think that's the difference.
Say something, either one of you.
Sure, that was actually Tyler who said that. but it's
Sorry, I still get mixed up.
But yeah, we never thought that we'd get attacked the way we did in our backyard after trying to do the right thing for so many years and always trying to raise the bar with respect to regulations. So it's truly wonderful.
Sorry, you were trying. You got attacked in your backyard because you were trying to raise the bar on regulations. It sounds like your house was raided because you were breaking the law.
To see how things have changed and how the pendulum has swung back in the way that it has. And we've always felt that the U.S. should lead in Bitcoin and crypto. And
because we own a lot of it and we want the price of it to go up.
It's ours to sort of lead and win. And it's just wonderful what President Trump has been doing with this. And we look forward.
Yeah, like what? Like what exactly? I mean, besides getting rid of all the regulations so that basically it's useless.
To working together. And thanks for inviting us, David, and setting this up.
Thank you. Thank you both. Please.
I was just going to say thank you, Mr. President. Cameron takes credit for a lot of my things I say, so it's not the first time. But the U.S. won the internet, and the U.S. should win crypto. So thank you for your leadership on this.
Thank you both
We didn't win the internet. We started the internet. Thanks, Al Gore.
very much. High IQ individuals around this table. That's what I always say. We need high IQ. So thank you very much. Would anybody like to say anything?
How about somebody say something about the actual thing? How about somebody actually talk about the actual regulations or what Bitcoin is for, or actually try to present a case for why it's anything more than a way for international criminals to trade in human bodies?
Okay, we'll come around.
I just want to express my deep gratitude for
Really, way to buck the trend there, buddy.
the seriousness with which you're approaching our industry and how you're actually helping guide it in the right direction. I've worked with many central banks in other countries, and when I was working there, I was wondering why I, as an American citizen, can't help the United States financial system reach this higher level that the world.
Sorry, a higher level than what central banks are you talking about?
Is on course towards generally. Right. And so I'm very grateful that finally there's been a new level of kind of common sense and adoption of these ideas. Me and the other people in this room do believe that the crypto, blockchain, Web3 infrastructure is the next.
Web3? Really? Jesus Christ, man.
Iteration of the financial system. And I think that the U.S. should have its leadership position continue in that new financial system. And I'm very, very happy to see people like David Sachs, Secretary Bessent, Secretary Lutnick taking this very seriously with their time, and very grateful to them too. So I'm just overjoyed to see this, and I think it is
I think it's great that they all have massive Bitcoin holdings and are trying to shore these things up so that they can get out without losing their shirt.
Part of how the U.S. can continue its role in the global financial system. So thank you.
By the way, I do look forward to Howard Lutnick's Bitcoin being seized in the future when he's, when his crimes are revealed.
Thank you very much. I thought it was very important that we stay in the front of this one. This is a big one. And
it is a big one. It's a big one.
You know, China is pushing forward and very strongly as usual. But
Why is this load, you silly page? Let's see. China is always leading the way on these kind of things. It's always way ahead of everyone else. They're gonna doing it very strongly and very powerfully. They're gonna do it. Now they're thinking about lifting that ban, and they've been under the table buying Bitcoin, even though individuals can't do it. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. So the civilians are trying to find their way because they can't buy stocks in their own country, and you can only buy real estate. One of the few things that you could invest in that they could find was buying Bitcoin through brokers, in Vietnam and Cambodia and other places like that. So they on an individual level, but the government itself is against it. There is a rumor that's been going around for quite a while that China's planning to ban. Well, here you go. I don't know if anybody has a calendar available. China plans to unban Bitcoin and establish crypto reserves by 2025. Fabulous. Oh, thank you, Deanne. I haven't even asked for super chats or any of that stuff today. I apologize. I've been too busy doing a show. Thank you so much. Okay. So, no, China's not ahead on this. As a matter of fact, the average citizen is not allowed to use it.
We're way in the lead, as we are in AI and other things, and we want to stay.
Yeah, right up there. Yeah, we're ahead in Bitcoin like we are in fentanyl and gun deaths.
There. So I thought this was very important, and we have some brilliant people sitting around this table, and it's an honor to have you involved. But we want
at the White House and high IQ something or other.
Stay at the forefront of everything.
Yes, we do. It's true. We want to stay at the forefront of everything: fentanyl deaths, gun deaths, Bitcoin, human trafficking, drugs. Everything Bitcoin truly stands for.
And this is a very important day in your lives. I know you worked, some of you, very long before people really understood what was happening. And
well, technically, you don't understand what's happening, so
I congratulate you, but this is a big day. Being in the White House is a big deal, and you have great support. Thank you all very much. Thank you very much.
Okay, I don't know what the fuck. What a waste of fucking time.